Hey everyone, it's Victoria with Nutrition by Victoria, and in this video I'm going to talk about how I lost 30 pounds on a high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan diet, eating the same way I did to gain 60 pounds initially on this diet. So if you haven't already watched my video about why I gained 60 pounds initially on a high carb vegan diet, go watch that video because it'll give you some perspective and on this video as to where I'm coming from. Anyways, so I started my journey into health on March 20th, 2012 is when I became consistent with my diet and lifestyle. At that point, over that year, I gained 60 pounds. My weight plateaued off, and I was eating roughly, I want to say, between 2,500 and 4,000 calories a day. And that's roughly about the same amount that I eat now. It's pretty variable. I usually average 3,000 calories a day, but it's not rare for me to go over that, or maybe a little bit under, but usually over is what I end up doing. And I've been able to get lean and improve my fitness and improve my health, all while eating essentially the same way that made me initially gain 60 pounds. So what I want to say about how I lost the weight is that, one, I was extremely consistent. I stuck to a 80 to 90% carbohydrate, 5 to 10% fat, and 5 to 10% protein total calorie macronutrient ratio for the whole 3 years. As well as consuming under 1,000 milligrams of sodium a day. Other things that I did is once I started eating enough, I was able to sleep better. So I'd say I averaged 10 hours of sleep a night, and I've been doing that consistently since I started, as well as exercising. And my exercise duration and intensity has varied throughout the 3 years because I have gotten fitter, so exercise has gotten easier, and I'm able to, I want to say, do more now without getting as stressed without my body getting as stressed as when I was exercising at the beginning. I want to say that one of the biggest mistakes that I made at the beginning was going too hard with exercise. I actually remember doing interval training on the treadmill in 2013, and I would get these really bad headaches afterwards, and I'd attribute that to overexerting myself because it didn't matter how much food or fluid I drank, I got these headaches. But sticking to cycling, I was able to stick to an intensity level that didn't leave me so overexerted and exhausted. So I'd say when you're first getting started with the lifestyle, find an exercise program or exercise that you like that doesn't stress your body out, because adding extra stress to your system is going to delay healing. Although exercise can enhance this process as long as you're doing exercise that promotes health within your body. So you don't want to stress your body out, even though exercise in itself is a stressful activity. But if you're doing the right kinds of exercise that don't feel stressful to you but actually feel good, they're going to promote lymphatic flow through your system and start improving your muscle tone and get things moving, and they actually help to increase your metabolism a bit faster. So the whole concept between how I gained weight and then how I lost weight has everything to do with my metabolism. So when I first came onto the lifestyle, I initially gained weight because my metabolism was so slow due to all the things that I had done previously. But then over time, consuming sufficient amount of calories and sufficient amount of carbohydrates and a sufficient amount of nutrients, these things allowed my metabolism to go back to normal. So that's why eventually my weight plateaued and then it started to come down. So in the second year of being on the lifestyle, in 2013, March 2013 to March 2014, my weight came down another 10 pounds. And it came down pretty slowly. I still had only lost about 10 pounds by May of 2014, and I was still eating the same, mostly getting my calories from fruit as well as potatoes and rice. I did add in starches in the second year of being on the lifestyle, whereas the first year I stuck to all fruit for the majority of my calories, and the whole time I've consistently consumed plenty of vegetables as well. I don't talk about the vegetables as much because I don't get a lot of calories from them, but I do include them in my diet because they are tasty and they are full of wonderful nutrition. So you can see in the second year of being on the lifestyle, my metabolism had gone up. And my weight was starting to reflect that by coming down some. But I still had a lot of healing to do. So it wasn't until May of 2014, between May of 2014 and October of 2014, where my weight came down again. And this time within a shorter period of time. So my weight had came down by about another 5 to 10 pounds. And I'd say body size wise, I was about a 10 to 12 before that, and then I dropped to about an 8 to 10 between that time. And between October 2014 and February of 2015, I dropped another chunk of weight, going from a size 8 to 10 to a size 6 to 8. So in total, I've went from 185 pounds to what I weigh now is 155 pounds. And that has occurred within approximately a 2-year time period. So it does take time to recover and regain your health and then lose weight on this lifestyle. And something that I'd like to say about that is the reason it happens that way is because your metabolism needs to recover and your body needs to heal any of the damage that's going on inside of it. Because before you lose any weight, you have to not have any other things out of whack in your system. So body fat metabolization is one of the last things that occurs in terms of, getting healthy, because things that are stored in your body fat don't need to be addressed as a top priority until there's nothing left to address. So my hormones stabilized first, and that was seen as my period coming back. My digestive system needed to repair quite a bit, and I had my functioning of my digestive system when I first came onto this lifestyle improved immensely, but I wouldn't say it was at 100%. It took up until now, I'd say. Now it's at 100% functioning. I don't have any problems with it. I don't have any excess gas or bloating or constipation or any of that stuff that I used to have daily, chronically. No chronic pain, but it did take time for that to heal, and that was probably also why it took my body quite a bit of time to start dropping weight. But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, it just gives you an idea of how long it does take to heal and recover on this lifestyle. And it depends heavily where you're coming from prior. So if you are pretty healthy prior and you come onto this diet and you haven't been calorie restricting or carb restricting, you can expect results, within 6 months to a year. I know women, specifically, there's a girl, her name's Sasha, with Rice and Raw. She lost weight pretty quickly coming onto this lifestyle after having a past of bulimia. So it all depends. It depends on your age, it depends on your health, it depends on your dieting background. There are a lot of factors when it comes to this lifestyle, but a lot of people just focus on, well, I gained weight, so this diet isn't healthy. Or when am I going to lose weight? And they're focusing mainly on aesthetics, when really your focus needs to be on health first. Regaining your health, feeling better, looking better, but mostly feeling better. The looking part comes as a reflection of that. And fitness. I mean, there's no reason why you can't do some form of exercise. A lot of people just do walking, and that's sufficient enough. Walking, riding your bike, playing with your dog, playing with your kids, going to the gym, doing whatever makes you feel the best is what you're going to get the most results out of. I don't recommend doing just like not doing crash diets, doing fad workout programs where you end up, with adrenal fatigue and injuries and things like that. You'll want to avoid exercises that promise quick fix results in short periods of time, because even when it comes to fitness, it's about being consistent, just like it's about being consistent with your diet. And then once you start rowing your boat in the right direction and you get used to rowing your boat in that direction, and it's like everything becomes second nature, that's when the results really start to come. So I'd say I'd settled into this lifestyle after year 2. It was just like I knew what I needed to do in order to feel my best. I had experimented a few times with dropping my calories below 2,500, and I could never maintain it. I'd do it for like a week or 2 or at max a month, and I'd be like, I'd naturally go back to a higher calorie intake. And that was my body just knowing that it needed more. It didn't want to, go through calorie restriction again. It knew it needed more. It was painful to decrease my calories, and it was painful to try and maintain that. So I'd say that maybe would have delayed my results on the lifestyle, but it was a learning experience that I personally had to go through in order to get to where I'm at now. So that's it in a nutshell. The main things that you can take from this video is that the most important element of it is being consistent. 2, eating enough calories. 3, eating enough carbohydrates. 4, making sure you're getting enough sleep. 5, something that I haven't talked about was drinking enough water. When I first came onto this lifestyle, I kind of had to be conscious of how much water I was drinking, because I wasn't ever conscious of it before. And coming from a past of dehydration, you have to, coach your body into knowing how much fluid it needs in order to stay hydrated. And then once you learn how to stay hydrated, it's easy to maintain that because you know exactly what you need. Just like food-wise, once you get used to having enough fuel in your system, your body literally can't go without having enough. It will make you feel tired, fatigued, lethargic, irritable. Those are all symptoms of not getting enough food in. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or comments for me, please leave them down below. And I hope that you can understand that this is not like a quick fix diet, but this is a diet and lifestyle that will give you permanent health and fitness and help you in achieving your ideal lean body weight over time, as long as you're consistent with it and you stick to it and you find the foods that are the tastiest for you and you make it a lifestyle. So thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and have a great day. Bye.